Beyond our galaxy. In a far, far away galaxy, we catch up with that spaceship which abducted a few Earthlings from our planet. We now visit our spaceship that is flying through space and eavesdrop in our Earthlings' conversations.
Hey, who are you, man?
I'm Galileo Galilei, and who are you, may I ask?
I'm Albert Einstein from the 20th century, man.
Well, tutti frutti, man. I'm from the 16th century.
Hey, we're both Earthlings. What are we fighting about? Hey, wait a minute. What about me?
And who are you, may we ask?
Yes, you may.
Well, who are you?
I'm Pete the bartender from the 21st century.
Hey, Al, what's a bartender?
Well, gal, that's someone who serves humans alcohol who are legal age.
Oh, by the way, Al.
What now, gal?
Who is flying this thing?
Good question, gal. Let's go check it out.
Do I have to go along?
You chicken Pete?
Me? You guys aren't gonna leave me here, are you?
Come on, gal. Let's see who is flying this thing.
Wow, Al, look at all these neat gadgets.
I wonder, gal, what does this one do, you think?
Stop!
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Things that propel Earth's satellites into space. With the dawn of space rockets came along with them Space satellites. On October 4th, 1957, the Russians stunned the world. The Russians were the first in space with an Earth satellite. Sputnik meant companion, or just old satellite. Sputnik orbited the Earth for 92 days and 96 minutes. The size of Sputnik 1 was only 4.5 feet by 9.5 feet big. Sputnik 1 had 4 antennas that would send back to Earth beeping signals. Sputnik 1 life cycle ended on January 4th, 1958, as it re-entered Earth's atmosphere and completely disintegrated. The Russians then went on to make other first events happen in space. They cut the dog died while in space. Americans were beginning to take notice of what their competition was up to. Vostok 1 launches first human into space. Space capsule for Vostok 1 that carried the first human being into Earth orbit. Cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, first human into space, March 18, 1962. Cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova is the first woman into space, June 16, 1963. Cosmonaut Alex Leonov becomes first human to walk in space. Now, these quick events would not only get the Americans' attention, but would motivate them to do great first things in space as well with their own rockets and space probes. But for now, it's time for a brief PSA or public service announcement for your local community television station. So, get yourself a warm cup of coffee, or a cool glass of iced tea, and we will be right back with more of Beyond Our Galaxy.
Hey, I'm Ted from GRTV, and I'm here to make a show about how to put a show on GRTV. All you got to do is have a tape, or a DVD, or a flash drive with your video on it, and you bring it down here to GRTV. We're at 711 Bridge Street. It's the second floor of the Bridge Street Library. Come on up. all you got to do is grab a form here, GRTV application for Cablecast. I already filled this one out. It's got my name of the show, length of the show, all real basic stuff about the show. And then you want to read through this contract. It's got some basic legal obligation stuff. Sign and date at the bottom, and then you want to put your contact info so we can reach you, your phone number, your email address, your whatever you've got to fill out for that, and then fill out a little survey on the back. And all you got to do is bring it in, hand it in to Liz, and you're done. That's it. You're done, son.
Woo! You're done, son. I like that. I'm a dork. I like it. Okay, well, that was fun. Okay.
I think that was good? I think that was good.
Welcome back to this second part of Beyond Our Galaxy. Despite some of the first the Russians were claiming about space, the Americans could proudly claim many firsts. Orville and Wilbur Wright, first in human flight in an airplane, December 17th, 1903. Robert H. Goddard, 1882 to 1945, physicist, inventor, and rocket scientist, invents the first rocket. First liquid fuel rocket, launched on March 16th, 1925. Now the Americans can say a lot about their first accomplishments before going into space above Earth. Explorer 1 satellite continued transmitting for some 28 years after being launched into Earth orbit. America's next big first step would come from the next rocket scientist in the next picture. after America's competition had made many firsts in space, von Braun helped America get back into the space race. Project Mercury with the original first 7 American astronauts. America was now in the race with a one-man capsule. Astronaut Alan B. Shepard stayed in orbit for about 15 minutes before returning back to Earth. The Americans now were in the space race to stay. Well, the next phase was a 2-man capsule called Project Gemini. Americans were now interested not only in rockets, but the space race as well. Now, the American space program employed thousands of people to help win the next Race to Space challenge. The Apollo capsule was first to carry 3 American astronauts into space. Command service module capable of carrying 3 American astronauts to the moon. From the invention of rockets by Robert H. Goddard in 1914 to the launching of the mighty Saturn V rocket into space, it had become apparent that the Americans were way ahead in their technology now. Americans were first to send Earth pictures back from the moon. Americans are first credited to believe to step a foot on the moon. Apollo 11 astronauts first to land on the Earth's moon. Indeed, the space rocket program for the Americans has come a long way since 1914. But only time will tell how much more not only America, but the rest of the peaceful world will progress using the space program. But for now, it is time for another PSA or a public service announcement from your local community television station. So, get yourself another warm cup of coffee or a cool glass of iced tea, and we'll be right back with more of Beyond Our Galaxy.
Exhilarating exercise. Competitive excitement. Rewarding experiences. Put every member of your family on the fast track with Michigan BMX. Admission's free and equipment affordable. Get the gang together for a fun, wild ride. Get the jump now on a track near you at mibmx.com.
While it is considered that Robert H. Goddard is to be the father of rocketry, there have been many other kinds of rockets sent up into space by the Americans. Rockets and satellites like Telstar 1, Ranger 7, CENTCOM 1 through 3. Showed the world what the Americans can do when they are challenged. They can achieve great things. There are other interesting launches of rockets and satellites into space, as the next few pictures will show. Today, with the advent of rockets into space, there has come along another fascinating hobby for Earthlings. Model rocket clubs. Model rocket clubs form and create a great hobby for both young and old Earthlings. Model rocket clubs can help Earthlings learn about rockets and their peaceful uses. But only time will tell what Earthlings will find when they look up into the night sky and beyond our galaxy.